So to give some context as to why I have a knockoff Apple Pencil on Amazon, I've recently converted basically every portion of my schooling life to a digital version. I've been turning in Notion links for my assignments, which I'm sure my teachers love, and I've been pretty much foregoing the concept of pen and paper entirely. Now, most of my subjects are fine with this, but I did need a replacement to do my maths work. So for that, I turned to the iPad, a paper-like screen protector, GoodNotes 5, and an Apple Pencil. And it has been working flawlessly. Doing my maths work and some other work digitally handwritten, I've been having fun with it and I've just felt more productive overall. So it was a bit of a shame when my Apple Pencil just completely cocked it, just completely stopped working. Not completely, it would pair and show the battery, but I wouldn't get any response when I tried to use it. I didn't want to replace the first gen Apple Pencil. I plan on getting an iPad Pro, Air, or Mini at some point. Literally anything that doesn't use the first gen Apple Pencil. And I don't want to drop $200 on a first gen pencil that I'll have to replace within the next year anyway. However, I did just completely erase the word paper from my vocabulary, and I definitely catch it from my friends if I went back to pen and paper after preaching about GoodNotes for 3 weeks. I was having some trouble considering my options until just under the Apple Pencil on Amazon was a $30 Meta Pen pencil, whatever the brand that is. This thing was sitting at around $30 and claimed to work with every iPad that supported Apple Pencil, which is perfect. I can use that right now while I'm still on my iPad 7th gen, and then if I get a Pro, Air, Mini, whatever in the future, I can use my Meta Pen until I'm able to get a real Apple Pencil. So I went ahead and bought one, and after I've been using it for many weeks, it's really good. But there's a reason the Apple Pencil is $200 and this is $30, especially for digital artists.
Do a lot of. We be flipping out the photo. I be flipping out rockin' Prada. With a motto.
I tried to get some cool white gloves for the unboxing, but they didn't really fit right. I tried to make them work, I really did. In the box, you'll get the Meta Pen, a USB-C charging cable, take notes Apple, 2 spare pencil tips, and 2 charging port covers. The unboxing experience is pretty good and has a little instructional guide on how to start using the pencil, which is actually useful in this instance, seeing as getting the pencil paired isn't what you think. The setup process on this was insanely fast. I was actually in shock. I'd just come from the Snazzy Labs Apple knockoffs on Temu video, so I was expecting to have to go in, pair it in my Bluetooth settings, whatever, do something like that. As soon as you turn it on, it just starts working immediately. Absolutely no pairing process required. This is way faster than even the official Apple Pencil, especially on the first gen. All I did was tap the top twice to get it out of standby mode and I was good to go. The Meta Pen feels very close in materials to the second gen Apple Pencil, and it even feels about the same weight as the first gen. I'm not sure if it's something I'd leave loose in a bag, especially seeing as I'm pretty sure that's how my first gen pencil broke. But it feels pretty good in the hand and it feels like it would survive the occasional drop. The pencil tip feels about the same as the standard Apple Pencil, and tips made for the Apple Pencil work perfectly with the Meta Pen. However, the build of the conductive metal that actually makes the thing works is slightly different compared to the first gen Apple Pencil. I can't confirm whether it's the same as the second gen. I don't own a second gen Apple Pencil. Using this thing is essentially the exact same as a standard Apple Pencil. You can draw, write, annotate, use Scribble, and do all the gestures for things like screenshots and quick notes exactly as if it were an official Apple product. Getting it ready to be used is slightly different. You do need to tap the top twice to actually turn it on, as opposed to the Apple Pencil, which just does it automatically. The battery life seems to be really good. I've gone through multiple actual world use sessions in this thing, just writing in GoodNotes, since I've unboxed and charged the pen for the first time. And as of writing this video, it still indicates that it's fully charged through the light on the side. Charging it isn't as intuitive as the second gen Apple Pencil, but it's so much better than the first gen. You just plug a USB-C cable straight into the side. USB-C is very nice to see on a product like this. I was definitely expecting micro USB. And it should again be noted that I am coming from the first gen Apple Pencil, because I own a 7th gen iPad. A double tap on the side of the pencil doesn't change any of the tools, and I'm going to take a wild guess and say that this probably doesn't work with the hover feature on the M2 iPad Pro either. I can't actually guarantee that the double tap doesn't work 100%. It could absolutely be software locked because I'm on a first gen iPad, but I'm pretty confident that the $30 Meta Pen doesn't have the double tap on the side functionality. And I'm also pretty confident about that because there is literally no way for this to communicate with the iPad outside of tapping the screen. It doesn't pair with Bluetooth at all. But honestly, for me at least, these are all non-issues. I get that you probably wouldn't want to go from a second gen Apple Pencil to this, but coming from a first gen, or if you've never had an Apple Pencil before, this is a great experience. Now, here's the big catch, especially for digital artists. This doesn't have any form of pressure sensitivity. None at all. It has tilt support, but absolutely no pressure sensitivity. This was a big problem with things like the Logitech Crown and other Apple Pencil competitors, and if I was big on digital art, I probably wouldn't be using this at all. For note-taking, writing, and maybe basic sketches, the lack of pressure sensitivity isn't too bad. Writing in GoodNotes still feels pretty good for me, and the same goes for Apple Notes if any of you use that. However, if you were a professional or even just like an amateur digital artist with a lot of experience, I probably wouldn't be recommending this. If you're maybe looking to dabble in the world of digital art, or you can't afford a real Apple Pencil, yeah, give it a shot. If you have a computer and you have something like Photoshop already, you probably have an Apple Pencil and an iPad, but you might want to look at a Wacom tablet for something that's not going to be $30, but it's going to be cheaper than an Apple Pencil and have all the pressure sensitivity stuff. I forgot to finish writing my script. I guess I'm winging this. If you're looking at an Apple Pencil for something like note-taking, annotations, or just using the device, I can highly recommend this. It performed much better than I expected, and it's really good for $30, especially just the build quality. It doesn't feel like a $30 product. And honestly, you could probably get these for much cheaper on a platform like Temu or AliExpress, just without that next day shipping. If you like this video, hit that button. If you really like this video, go check out some of my other videos, maybe even subscribe. My socials in the description. Yada yada, basic YouTube outro. Goodbye.